we're going to decide kind of who's going to take the control here of the conference. Pearl City comes in with that stellar 6-0 record, and River Ridge right on their heels with that 4-1 record in the conference. So definitely giving implications for the conference race.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 4-team race as East Dubuque was handed a loss by Lena Winslow. Lena Winslow's right there in the mix. So tonight will be ultra important for both teams, especially Pearl City, to try to keep on keeping on with that unbeaten record.
Well, Pearl City had beaten these River Ridge Wildcats earlier in the season at the Forrest and Holiday tournament, but that seems like a real distant memory now here as we come to game time here tonight.
Yeah, it's amazing how teams evolve over the course of time. And the other point that I want you to touch upon tonight is these teams haven't played in a while, not against each other. It's been a while since they've played against each other, but just in general, the weather has made it very difficult as of late.
Well, and I guess I kind of compare it to sometimes you get kind of in that situation right after Christmas, and sometimes teams can use that practice time and really utilize that and work on some of the things they need. And then sometimes teams come out and they're like, boy, they're really, really rusty, and it's going to take a couple games to get back kind of in the flow of things. So real interesting here how both teams kind of come back from that unanticipated layoff.
We'll have more on the pregame show coming up. We would like to welcome in viewers on River Ridge TV tonight. They're getting our audio, and we'll be telling you about the game here tonight. And if you're on River Ridge TV, you'll have some photos or pictures to go with things here. And so we'll have to work extra hard to be accurate this evening. We'll be back with more on the pregame show on WCCI after this 2-minute sports timeout.
An auto accident or breakdown can happen anywhere, anytime. That's why claims assistance from Country Financial is available to you 24 hours a day, no matter where you are. All you have to do is call the 24-hour Country Helpline, and someone will be available immediately to help answer your questions and let you know what to do next. If you're stranded, Country Helpline will even dispatch a tow truck or other roadside assistance, so you'll be back on the road in no time. Find out more about Country Helpline from your Country Financial representative, Randy Johnston in Savannah and Thompson, John Dickelhoff in Mount Carroll and Chadwick, Ernie Bates in Milledgeville, and Brett Coatney in Lanark, Shannon, and Lake Carroll.
There's something special about Napa Auto Care Centers. They're backed by the national strength of Napa. Nationwide warranties honored by thousands of locations. You know that's Napa know-how. But more importantly, your Napa Auto Care Center is independently owned and operated by neighborhood professionals who operate by a written code of ethics. Put your vehicle in the hands of technicians who will greet you with a smile you can trust. Visit us today.
Hi, this is Al Prentice, and I'm Bob Law. See us at Milo and Beavers for all your service needs.
Fires can start without warning and destroy your home in minutes. The Law Insurance Agency and Farm Mutual Insurance urge you to take time to look for and eliminate fire hazards. Install working smoke detectors on each level of your home. Be sure your entire family knows 2 ways out of every room. And be sure to have ample homeowners insurance to secure your financial future. Call the Law Insurance Agency in Fulton for details and a free quote. 815-589-2200.
This is Adam Tollers, Fairway Ford in Lincoln, wanting to thank all of our local school participants and everything they do to help our young athletes have a great high school athletic career. I also want to remind all of us parents sitting in the stands to encourage the kids, encourage the referees and umpires, and to show our kids good sportsmanship. Thank you to all of our local communities.
At Sloan Implements, when you believe in your John Deere equipment, you stand behind it. That's why you get a 6-year powertrain warranty on any John Deere compact utility tractor. That's every compact tractor. All easy to operate and now easy to afford. Save more, get more, so you can do more. Sloan Implement, your hometown John Deere dealer since 1931. Call, click, or visit any of our 20 Wisconsin and Illinois locations.
This is Ron at Full Throttle Power Sports. Find out why Polaris dominates the side-by-side utility vehicle market. They have a huge product line with pure sport and utility models for 2, 3, 4, and 6 passengers. Find out why Full Throttle Power Sports is the #1 Polaris dealer in all of Northern Illinois. We offer an unmatched combination of high-volume pricing with small-town customer service. Full Throttle Power Sports, routes 20 and 73, Lena.
It's time to give Highland Community College a closer look. Thanks to skyrocketing costs of private and public universities, many students and their families are finding that their college funds won't go far enough. With low costs, small classes, easy to transfer credits, and over 60 different degree programs and certificates, HCC can be the solution cash-crunched students are looking for. Take a closer look at Highland Community College today. Visit www.highland.edu or give them a call at 815-599-3414.
This is the 25,000-watt country powerhouse.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
WCCI, 100.3 FM, and WCCIRadio.com.
Welcome back here to River Ridge High School. I'm Brian Rush alongside Mark Macumber. Our engineer tonight is Andrew Stengel. We're getting set for what should be a very exciting game here in the NUIC. And as Mark mentioned, both teams off to good starts in the division. And Mark, this is a beautiful facility. Always love coming here. It's a great spot to watch basketball. But for Pearl City, it's a little bit of a step down because the last time they went out on the court, they played in a pretty nice environment. And I don't want to upset our hosts here, but they played last week at the United Center in Chicago.
Yeah, kind of a rare opportunity there. The Chicago Bulls offered that to some local teams, and Pearl City took advantage of it and played Lena Winslow there in a non-conference game. Pearl City took the loss there at the United Center. But what a great atmosphere, great experience for the kids and fans alike to go in and see what professional basketball is all about. And probably the only time they ever get to play on that court in their playing careers. Very, very few players ever get to that opportunity, but Pearl City kids had an opportunity to play and shoot on the same nets as some of the greatest players in the world.
Yeah, Coach Benson and I were talking a little bit earlier tonight outside. Coach Benson here scouting from Lena Winslow, and he was saying that, it was a full day. You got to play on the United Center court. You got to bus over to a local establishment, get some true Chicago pizza, and then go watch the Bulls play. And he said for many of the kids on the team, that was their first exposure to the NBA and maybe even their first authentic deep dish pizza.
Yeah, a great experience for a high school kid to experience all that stuff of basketball at the highest level. Moving back to tonight's game, Brian, here, I really look for a game, probably a high-scoring game tonight here. Both teams notoriously have shot the ball well all season, and both teams really not afraid to shoot the three at any point. So if both teams really get shooting well, I think we could see a game maybe in the 70s, and that's kind of unheard of in today's high school basketball.
Well, I had someone tell me that the key is going to be River Ridge's press. If they're effective, that's what creates their offense. If you break the press and show some patience once you get across the timeline, you could be in a position to exploit that. What do you think?
Yeah, and that's, oftentimes teams like River Ridge, their defense spurs their offense, and that has been their key to success all year.
Well, we will step aside here. We'll be back to look at the starting lineups after this 2-minute timeout.
It's important to know folks you can trust. Sure, there are a lot of places you can buy a vehicle. However, there are only a few hometown dealerships left with honest local people who will be there for you when you need them the most. The Bacher Auto Group is one of those dealerships, and we've been helping our neighbors drive dependable vehicles and save money year after year. Hardworking folks helping hardworking folks. The Bacher Auto Group, your dealer for life on South Street in Freeport and at BacherAutoGroup.com.
Fawn Valley Estates, just east of Savannah, is just right for you. Large 1 to 3 acre building lots, condos built to suit, spec homes. Builders are welcome. We're just minutes from town. We have wooded and walkout lots, area's best value with lower taxes than in town. Hard surface roads, panoramic views, weekend retreat or primary home. Fishing, recreation, and wildlife. Just east of Savannah on Highway 64, north on Scenic Bluff Road. Visit us online at fawnvalley.com.
Are you looking for great news coverage in Carroll County, Morrison, Hanover, and throughout Northwest Illinois? Then check out the Prairie Advocate newspaper. Delivered to your home every Wednesday. You may also get your free copy at newsstands throughout Northwest Illinois. Visit their website at www.pacc-news.com. Stay informed about what's going on. Call the Prairie Advocate today for news, advertising, or printing services. Call 815-493-2560.
Looking for a new internet provider? You deserve more. Look to Sand Prairie Wireless, a part of the Joe Carroll Energy Cooperative. Sand Prairie Wireless is your rural broadband cooperative. Sand Prairie Wireless goes beyond providing fast, reliable, and affordable internet to bring you solutions. Connections to help you grow and reach further, solutions to help with homework or work from home, and small business solutions to large business backup. Be empowered by Sand Prairie Wireless, powered by Joe Carroll Energy. Visit them online and learn more at connectsp.com.
Your number one choice for local news, weather, and sports.
Just in touch with what's going on today.
WCCI 100.3 FM and WCCIRadio.com.
Welcome back here to River Ridge High School. Ed Curry, our public address announcer, is introducing the starting lineups. Let's meet them as well. For Pearl City, led by head coach Sean Downey, it'll be Jaden Kemple, a 5'9 senior, Lucas Peterson, a 6'3 senior, Brock Smargessi, a 6-foot senior, Drake Musser, a 6'2 senior, and Jared Kemple, a 5'9 senior. For River Ridge, led by coach Sean Albright, it will be Andrew Merkel, a 6'2 junior, Cameron Kiley, a 5'9 senior, Jacob Spear, a 6'2 senior, Ben Christ, a 5'11 senior, and Drew Kloss, a 6-foot senior. Just about set to go. Ken Wilcoxon will tip it up here. His fellow officials are Pat Berlin and Ryan Craig, and we're underway here as Pearl City controls the tap. They will shoot at the near basket here in the first half. Pearl City in the road, black uniforms, black jerseys, black shorts, red numbers, red letters, and white and red trim. The Wildcats in the home whites with silver, grayish numbers and letters, and that charcoal-colored border on those uniforms as well. Mark, right now Pearl City being deliberate on this opening possession.
Yeah, and River Ridge in that signature man-to-man defense that they've kind of been known for years and years, and they're really going to kind of push the ball handling and force you really to make good decisions with the ball, and with that they cause the first turnover of the game, and River Ridge with the ball.
Cam Kiley brings it into the forecourt, gives way now to Andrew Merkel. He drives baseline, flips it over now to Spear. Jacob Spear takes it to the foul line. 7:13 left here in the first quarter. Just underway, no score. Kiley cutting to the basket, took that pass from Kloss, missed the shot. Rebound comes out to Smargessi. Brock Smargessi drives, spin shot, no good. Rebound down to Drew Kloss. Spear takes it inside, off to Kiley, cutting to the hoop, straight on look, no good inside, and then he traveled with it as he came down with the rebound. Are we seeing a little rust thus far? These two teams haven't played in a while?
Well, maybe here early on here, both teams look like they're just trying to feel the other one out here and find out what advantage they might have.
Kind of reminds me of early in the season when you haven't played other than maybe a scrimmage or something like that, and you have to kind of shake the rust off. Jaden Kemple off to Smargessi. That's Brock Smargessi. Jaden Kemple opens up from the left corner and drops that in. So Jaden Kemple hits a three. And it's 3-0 in favor of Pearl City, and then the Wildcats turn it over. So Pearl City will bring it up court here. As the Cats pick up the full court pressure. And they bring it ahead. Pearl City breaks the press. Musser looks it over to Smargessi. Down into the hands of Jaden Kemple, off to Lucas Peterson. Baseline jumper, no good. One-handed rebound by Drake Musser. He goes up in traffic, and he was fouled. It was a nice job as Musser was able to grab that with one of his arms kind of locked up with an opponent.
Well, Pearl City's done a nice job breaking through that River Ridge press because they like to really trap at any opportunity they feel the ball handler's in trouble. But Pearl City's really shown nice patience moving the ball and not turning it over.
Drake Musser converts the first free throw. Ben Christ committed the River Ridge foul, and it's 4-0 in favor of the Wolves. Musser Hits the second as well. 5-zip in favor of Pearl City, just underway here. 5:58 left in the opening period. This is WCCI Savannah, and tonight we're sharing our audio with River Ridge TV. There's a steal by Jared Kemple. Kemple with a little hop step to the hoop, and he is called for traveling.
Well, you got to like Kemple's effort there. He got down on the ground there and actually got up dribbling the basketball, which is not a violation, but took an extra hop step on his move to the basket.
Kylie brings it into the forecourt, gives it up to Merkel. Merkel drives in. Merkel uses the glass and scores. Andrew Merkel with the bank shot from about 10 feet out makes it 5-2 as River Ridge trims that lead to 3. 5:28 left in the first period. Here's a drive by Jared Kemple. Kicks it out to Brock Smart-Jesse. His 3 try is no good. Rebound to Jacob Spear. Spear was looking around. I think he was going to try to dish that one off, then started up court, and in the process turned it over. Traveling violation there. Oh, nice inbounds to Musser from Peterson. Drake Musser with 4 early points, and it's 7-2 in favor of the Wolves.
And the Wolves look very sharp here early on, very aggressive and very confident offensively.
Into the paint, Kylie. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Peterson with the rebound. Well, I think right now, Pearl City winning the battle on the scoreboard as there's a steal, and Chris takes it in off the Kylie theft. Then Chris lays it home. I was going to say not only do they lead on the scoreboard, but they're kind of dictating the tempo.
Yeah, that's a very good point here. They have done a nice job, but River Ridge with another turnover there and get it up the floor quick there and get the putback.
Yeah, nice job by Chris off the Kylie miss, but that was keyed by the steal by Drew Kloss. And it's a 1-point game, 7-6 in favor of the Wildcats and their pressure, creating some difficulty as Chris knocks it away from Musser. 4:18 left in this opening period, 7-6 in favor of Pearl City. Tomorrow night we will be at Stockton, as it will be River Ridge at Stockton. Peterson shot blocked out of bounds. That's a makeup of Tuesday's canceled game. Peterson inbounds it, way out top he goes to Jared Kemple. Kemple gives it back to Peterson. We're midway through this first quarter, 7-6 in favor of the Wolves. Oh, Peterson cutting to the basket, took the feed from Jaden Kemple, and then had it bounce off his leg off a Wildcat defender out of bounds. Inbounds Peterson off of Spear. Peterson picks it up, fires a baseline jumper, no. The board to Kloss. Kloss brings it ahead, now gives it up to Kylie on the right elbow. Inside Spear, Spear in the paint. Left the basketball behind, picked up there by Jaden Kemple. I honestly think that these teams are a little rusty because we're seeing some sloppiness out there.
Yeah, it's a little bit, a few unforced turnovers and errors, a few little travels, and that's just footwork here. And it's late in the season here, those aren't commonly what you see out of real good teams that we're seeing tonight.
Off the inbounds, they isolate Andrew Merkel off that right baseline. He knocks in another to make it 8-7. So River Ridge has climbed out of that early deficit and grabbed the lead. Now Chris with a steal. Off to Kloss, has an open look, drove in, missed the front of the rim lay-in, and there's a foul. Well, very quickly, the fortunes in this game have changed dramatically.
Well, River Ridge is one of those types of teams where they can rattle off 6 or 8 points real fast. So no lead is too safe.
In for the Wolves, it's Braden Smart-Jesse as the teams make their first subs of the night. Nick Parr has entered the lineup for the Wildcats. Peterson brings it into the forecourt, works through a double team, and there's a block against Drew Kloss.
Well, the thing about River Ridge and their style here is oftentimes the pieces are interchangeable. And Albrecht there, he's gone to his bench quick here, subbing.
Yeah, we also see Tayden Patterson in there. Here's a takeaway by the Cats, and Nick Parr with the lay-in off the near side. And just like that, it's 10-7. So it was 7-2 at one point. Jaden Kemple in the forecourt with it. Jaden Kemple double teamed. Works through that double team. He needs release help. He's in some trouble. Gives it up to Musser. Musser spins in. Musser works against Spear, and Spear made him alter that shot. Jacob Spear brings it into the forecourt left. Now accelerates down the baseline. Off the glass, no. And now Musser with it. 10-7, River Ridge. They're on a nice little run here. With 2:30 left in the first quarter. Braden Smargessi in the backcourt. Off to Brock Smargessi. The high post Musser. And they bring it around to Jaden Kemple. He drives baseline, gets in deep, throws up the shot and scores. Jaden Kemple knocks that one home. He's got 5. 10-9 in favor of River Ridge. Patterson for 3, straight on, good. Taden Patterson makes it 13-9 in favor of the Cats. 1:58 left here in the first quarter. Mark, you can just feel the tempo increasing here. Both teams doing a nice job with the basketball. Musser with it inside, and as I say that, the Wolves turn it over.
Well, what you see here early on of River Ridge is they're kind of relentless, and they just keep coming at you, and they really don't look at the scoreboard, what the score is, whether we're up 4 or down 4. It's kind of the same attitude, and it's really worked well for them. As you said, Brian, they held a 7-2 lead, and 13-9 here we sit with the score with 1:40 left in the first quarter.
Jaden Kemple has returned. He replaces his twin brother there. As inside with it is Kylie. And now the Cats put it on the floor. Mad scramble for it. It is out of bounds to River Ridge. Bennett Reese is out there for the Wildcats. Also on the floor, James Sullivan. And we see Jared Kemple in for Jaden Kemple. Now Colin Kaburski in as he replaces Brock Smargessi. Kaburski wears that great classic number 00. James Sullivan with it. Kick out to Patterson beyond the arc left side. Now he starts on the drive, gave up the dribble. Down low to Reese. Reese off the baseline, no good. Bennett Reese couldn't quite find the range, and Braden Smargessi has the board. 1:05 left here in the first quarter. 13-9, River Ridge in front of Pearl City. Jared Kemple, left corner. Over to Braden Smargessi, open 3, and he knocks it home. 13-12, Pearl City has trimmed it to 1. 48 seconds left here in the first quarter. Kylie the other way. Kylie starts on the dribble, hands it off to Parr. Parr way out front. Now to Patterson. Patterson launches a 3. That's a little too strong. Inside board to Kaburski. 30 seconds and counting in the first quarter. Patterson with the steal. Errant pass that time. Kicks it to the wing to Kylie. His 3 is no good. Kemple gets the rebound. That's Jared Kemple. And here come the Wolves. Down a point. 15 seconds left in the period. Kaburski with it. Down to the corner to Braden Smargessi, and a turnover on a traveling violation. 11 seconds left. Jacob Spear back in. Ben Christ also in. That's one thing, as you said, with River Ridge. They go pretty deep here, and it's like, you know, interchangeable parts. 6 seconds left. Parr with it. Drops it into Patterson. Patterson with a little hesitation move. Had that shot blocked out of bounds by Peterson. 0.7 of a second left here in the first. 13-12. River Ridge will have to get it up as soon as they get it, and they turn it over on the inbound. So a pretty fast first quarter and a tight one here. After 1, River Ridge leads Pearl City 13-12. We're back in 1 minute on your area sports leader.
An auto accident or breakdown can happen anywhere, anytime. That's why claims assistance from Country Financial is available to you 24 hours a day, no matter where you are. All you have to do is call the 24-hour Country Helpline, and someone will be available immediately to help answer your questions and let you know what to do next. If you're stranded, Country Helpline will even dispatch a tow truck or other roadside assistance, so you'll be back on the road in no time. Find out more about Country Helpline from your Country Financial representative, Randy Johnston in Savannah and Thompson, John Bickelhoff in Mount Carroll and Chadwick, Bernie Bates in Milledgeville, and Brett Cote and Lanark, Shannon, and Lake Carroll.
This is Ron at Full Throttle Power Sports. Find out why Polaris dominates the side-by-side utility vehicle market. They have a huge product line with pure sport and utility models for 2, 3, 4, and 6 passengers. Find out why Full Throttle Power Sports is the #1 Polaris dealer in all of Northern Illinois. We offer an unmatched combination of high-volume pricing with small-town customer service. Full Throttle Power Sports, routes 20 and 73, Lena.
For the best coverage of high school sports, it's WCCI 100.3 FM and WCCIRadio.com.
Welcome back here to River Ridge High School as the Wildcats open up the scoring in the second quarter as they get a putback. I missed who scored that, Mark. Did you grab that one?
I did see that. I think it was Christ.
Okay, Ben Christ on that offensive rebound. A couple of misses inside by Jacob Spear. And Chris hustling to the spot to put that one in. 7:33 left here in the half, 15-12 River Ridge. Nice move to the hoop by Jaden Kemple, but he missed, and then we have a pileup on that rebound attempt. Well, I would think that they're going to call this one fairly tight early on, as this could get physical. You just never know when conference rivals meet up, Mark.
And I think both coaching staffs kind of anticipate that, so they just kind of keep running guys in and running out. So it's not going to be a big factor. I would anticipate here the fouls.
Spear hands it off now to Merkel. Merkel has it out top. Flips it over to Patterson now. Back to Spear. On the curl, it is Parr. Parr forces up the shot. Missed it from 16. Rebound down to Jared Kemple. 6:57 left in the half, 15-12 in favor of River Ridge. Kuberski with the 3 attempt, and Parr came over, breaking late and blocked it up our way.
Just about landed up here in our lap, Brian.
I was hoping that your quick hands would save us, and Mike Ditmar next door kind of
he made the
us.
save of the day.
Yeah.
I think that makes it top 10.
He's got quite a bit of AV equipment there he was protecting. It wasn't us that he was worried about. Inbounds comes to Jaden Kemple. Again, we want to welcome in the viewers on River Ridge Online. As things have changed a little bit with their presentation, but can access it off their website and get some high definition pictures, and all from the beauty of your home computer or device there, as there's a long jumper missed. It would have been a 2 by Brock Smargessi. Pearl City keeps it alive. They throw it to the wing to Jaden Kemple. His 3-point attempt is no good, but Jared Kemple tracks it down. 6:15 for the half. Open 3, straight on look. Brock Smargessi nails that one to tie it at 15.
Well, he's just a dead-eye shooter. He gets his feet underneath him, gets a good look at the basket here. He's a dead-eye shooter.
Yeah, pretty good form before, after, and during the shot. And taking it inside was Merkel. He had his pocket picked by the Kemples, as it looked like Jaden Kemple pried that one free. And Smargessi has it. As Brock Smargessi kicks it over to Peterson. Peterson from long distance, he finds the range. That's his first points of the night, and it's 18-15. Pearl City with the lead. They trailed by 1 at the end of the first quarter. They lead by 3 here with 5:30 left, and the Cats with an unforced error, a traveling violation against River Ridge. Well, this game has pretty much lived up to expectations thus far, Mark.
That's right. It's high energy, high pace both ways. Doesn't look like either team's going to let back on their tempo of the game.
Musser gets inside, and the paint jumper is no good, but a nice cleanup there by Jared Kemple. He misses once, gets the rebound, goes up in traffic, no good, and it's kicked by the Cats, and we have a timeout coming for River Ridge. 5:09 left here in the half. 18-15, Pearl City by 3. We're back in 30 seconds. on your area sports leader.
Hi, this is Milo at Milo and Beavers. We're here to take care of your car and light truck needs. From our famous Quick Lube at $29.95, which includes up to 6 quarts of conventional motor oil, to our everyday low prices on tires, we are here to serve you. Our service techs, Al Frederick and Bob Law, have you covered from brakes, starters, alternators, to exhaust and electrical work in our Napa Auto Care Center. Give us a call today for an appointment. Milo and Beavers, the BP on the river.
Got something to buy or sell? Trading Post, the area's most listened to program. Weekday mornings at 8:35 on WCCI and WCCIradio.com.
Welcome back to River Ridge High School. A nice steal by Nick Parr coming out of that timeout on the inbounds. They work it down inside to Jacob Spear. Turnaround jumper from just outside the paint. No good. Jared Kemple with it for the Wolves as they look to run up 3. 4:50 left here in the first half. They instead work it to Brock Smargessi, who knocks home another 3. 21-15, so the Wolves build their lead to 6. Parr the other way. Parr's 3 in and out, no good. Rebound down to Jared Kemple. Off to Brock Smargessi. He's feeling it. He launches a long shot, missed that one, and Merkel has the rebound. Pass ahead to Spear. Spear brings it out top to Parr. Parr works it to Merkel. He's open for 3. Merkel's shot, no good. Patterson keeps it alive. Kick out to Spear. Perimeter jumper, no good this time. Jared Kemple with it. And the Cats are kind of cold right now here, Mark.
Yeah, they kind of lost their groove.
Wild shot missed there in traffic by Jaden Kemple, tracked down by Musser. Into the paint they go to Jaden Kemple. Kemple works his way to the hoop and scores. 23-15 in favor of Pearl City. 3:47 left here in the half. Patterson the other way. Patterson drops it into Spear. Spear's going to work his way to the hoop, and he had the ball knocked away out of bounds.
Kind of a critical stretch here for the Wildcats here. Down 8 here with 3.5. By no means, with their style of play, they can come back against this, but boy, you just won't want to see the Wolves just extend that lead anymore. The Wolves just kind of in full control here the second quarter.
Cam Kiley and Drew Kloss back in there for the Wildcats. Kiley works on the dribble, gets in deep, scoops it up and scores. Cam Kiley attacked the rim that time and he scores his first points of the night. Much needed basket. Kloss with a near steal. Instead, he is called for the reach-in as he tried to take it away from Braden Smargessi. And Cam Kiley did a nice job. He came over and shielded Kloss, who was a little bit vocal about what just transpired. So here we go. It will be Pearl City basketball, 23-17. The Wolves with the lead, 3:23 left in the half. With it is Braden Smargessi. And a steal by Jacob Spear. Spear gets it into Reese. Reese with the shot, no. Bennett Reese couldn't quite get that one to go. Jaden Kemple brings it ahead to Braden Smargessi. Smargessi sends it out top to Lucas Peterson. Right corner with it is Jared Kemple. His pass to the perimeter is deflected. Kiley off to Christ. Christ drives in, pile up inside. Christ kept his pivot foot and throws up a soft jumper that drops. He has 8. Well, that was great to discipline and control of the body there by Ben Christ.
Well, just like we said, here come the Wildcats. They just continue to come at you, and they've trimmed right into that lead.
Very nice crowd on hand here tonight. Probably a little smaller than expected just because of Mother Nature, but fans like the players wanting to get out and watch some basketball and get out of the house a little bit as we have a timeout here taken by Pearl City. 2:41 left in the half. 23-19, Pearl City leads River Ridge. We're back in 60 seconds on WCCI.
Fires can start without warning and destroy your home in minutes. The Law Insurance Agency and Farm Mutual Insurance urge you to take time to look for and eliminate fire hazards. Install working smoke detectors on each level of your home. Be sure your entire family knows 2 ways out of every room. And be sure to have ample homeowners insurance to secure your financial future. Call the Law Insurance Agency in Fulton for details and a free quote. 815-589-2200.
This is Adam Tollers, Fairway Ford in Lincoln, wanting to thank all of our local school participants and everything they do to help our young athletes have a great high school athletic career. I also want to remind all of us parents sitting in the stands to encourage the kids, encourage the referees and umpires, and to show our kids good sportsmanship. Thank you to all of our local communities.
It's WCCI and WCCIRadio.com for the latest in news from around the world from NBC and CNBC Business News.
Welcome back here to River Ridge High School as we 2:30 left here in the second quarter of tonight's ball game here. Pearl City sits with a 23-19 lead and the ball here coming out of that timeout here. There's a jump ball here, so Pearl City will inbounds under the basket. Peterson looks for Kemple and finds Kemple. A lot of contact there, but no call, and Kemple puts it in. So Pearl City extends that lead 25-19 here, 2:20 left. Pearl City playing right what they need to do here. And looks like they're going to have a away from the ball foul against Peterson. The official's right on that. You talked about it earlier, Brian, here. They do not want to see this game get too chippy here, so they're going to try to watch that stuff away from the ball as well as on the ball. But veteran staff here from out of the area, the officiating crew, so these guys know what they're doing, Brian. It's refreshing to see guys come in and from out of the area, and they call a good game.
Yeah, they had a long trip tonight. Ken Wilcoxon, of course, the longtime official from Walnut. The other two gentlemen from Bradford and Galva, respectively. So they had a little trip to get here. And there's a nice move by Jacob Spear off the baseline. He uses the window to his advantage and scores.
Spears here putting together a nice night here. He's, nice hesitation there by Musser there in the lane on the 3-on-1 there and gets the easy basket. 27-21 here with 1:45 left in the half.
Kylie fires up a three off the feed from Sullivan. Missed it. Spear with the weak side rebound. Fadeaway jumper is good. Jacob Spear with 4. And a soft touch there to bring it to a 4-point game. 27-23. 1:30 left here in the half. Smart Jesse to Smart Jesse. Now to Peterson and a kick as they tried to feed it to Jaden Kemple. Andrew Merkel is back for the Wildcats. Returning for Pearl City is Jared Kemple. He replaces Jaden Kemple. 1:25 left here in the half. 27-23 in favor of the Wolves. Braden Smart Jesse works into a trap. They get it inside to Musser. Heavy contact. He missed the shot. Spear with the rebound. Outlet to Kylie. Cam Kylie into the paint. Kick out here to Merkel. Merkel drives, and he was grabbed by Lucas Peterson. And Peterson's going to be called for the foul on the floor. Parr returns for River Ridge. Jaden Kemple back in.
River Ridge, no free throws here yet tonight, Brian, unofficially. So kind of interesting here. Just have not got to the line.
Kylie with a wild move underneath. Got caught a little bit too far under the basket, but missed the shot. But there was a foul, and he will be stepping to the line. So as Mark mentioned, River Ridge has not attempted a free throw until now. Kaburski back in. But not now. They tell him you got to wait till after the shot here.
Yep. Rule instituted a few years ago, you have to wait till that first shot's attempted before the substitute can come into the game. I think as much as anything, coaches are using that as a delay tactic, and they've taken that away from them.
Kylie misses that free throw. It remains 27-23. Kylie hits 1 of 2. Cameron Kylie now with 3 points unofficially, and it's a 3-point lead for Pearl City. Full court pressure here by the Wildcats in a timeout, Pearl City. 1:01 left in the half, 27-24. Pearl City has the lead over River Ridge. We're back in 30 seconds on WCCI.
At Sloan Implement, when you believe in your John Deere equipment, you stand behind it. That's why you get a 6-year powertrain warranty on any John Deere compact utility tractor. That's every compact tractor. All easy to operate and now easy to afford. Save more, get more, so you can do more. Sloan Implement, your hometown John Deere dealer since 1931.
country plays here.
Hey, this is Taylor Swift.
WCCI 100.3 FM and WCCIRadio.com.
Welcome back here at River Ridge High School. River Ridge causes a turnover there in the backcourt, and Kylie picks up the layup. Just as we say that, Kemple picks up a transition basket here for the Wolves. 29-26 here with 40 seconds left in the first half here. River Ridge on the attack here. Christ finds Spears. Spears with a three ball and finds it. So right there, we're tied up, 29 all here with 25 seconds left in the half. Smart Jesse there, and looks like River Ridge caused another turnover. Beautiful job there by Merkel causing the turnover there and knocking it off Smart Jesse there. 22.2 seconds left. River Ridge on the attack. Kylie with the ball. Finds Chris there in the middle of the lane, and Kylie there, little underhand scoop there, and Musser comes out with the rebound. 7 seconds left, and Smart Jesse along the baseline there, and he's called out of bounds, so River Ridge will get the ball back here right at the timeline here. Merkel with the inbounds here. Oftentimes coaches call a timeout here and set something up, kind of mimic an end of a game, but doesn't look like coach is going to do that here. And Kylie with the baseline jumper, and Kaburski comes with the rebound, and that'll be our half. 29 all, so just like we started, Brian, tied up. It's tied up at half here, 29 all. Very, very entertaining first half, Brian. I think you said it best here. It's lived up to the billing.
It has, and I think both teams have kind of knocked that rust covering off from not having played for a while, and you look and you say, hey, this should be quite a second half just because of the way this first half expired there. I mean, it was just a back and forth, up and down the court situation, and really a game of streaks. Both teams kind of went on those streaks, and River Ridge able to close out here at the end of the first half to tie things up.
Well, I really think the intensity, I think for both teams here tonight showed. Both teams really, really have a killer instinct here, and that really shined out to me in that first half. Is both teams really they were fighting for every hustle point possible.
I think you're exactly right, and I think we'll see more of the same in the second half. We're tied here at the break, 29-29. This is WCCI and WCCIRadio.com. Unofficial first half scoring for the Wolves tonight. Braden Smart Jesse with 3, Lucas Peterson with 3. It was Brock Smart Jesse with 6, Drake Musser with 6, and Jaden Kemple led the way with 11 points. In that first half for the Wildcats, Andrew Merkel with 4, Nick Parr with 2, Cameron Kiley added 5, Jacob Spear with 7, and Ben Chris led the way with 8 points. So some balance on behalf of the Wildcats tonight.
Well, another thing that really steps out to me, both teams shot 2 free throws. So, and I think the officials done a nice job of keeping the game under control, but I think that shows you how both teams really play solid defense. They play defense with their feet, not their hands, and this types of thing shows because not a lot of fouling, and especially they don't foul the shooter, and so that they don't get to the free throw line. So those points, oftentimes those are a difference in a game, whether you get to the free throw line and you make free throws, but not a lot of opportunity for either team tonight.
So we're tied at the half, 29 apiece. We'll have a very heated second half coming up in just a bit on your area sports leader, WCCI. Right now, we'll send it back to the WCCI studios to Andrew Stengel, and we'll have the third quarter after this extended sports timeout.
It's time to give Highland Community College a closer look. Thanks to skyrocketing costs of private and public universities, many students and their families are finding that their college funds won't go far enough. With low costs, small classes, easy to transfer credits, and over 60 different degree programs and certificates, HCC can be the solution cash-crunched students are looking for. Take a closer look at Highland Community College today. Visit www.highland.edu or give them a call at 815-599-3414.
It's important to know folks you can trust. Sure, there are a lot of places you can buy a vehicle. However, there are only a few hometown dealerships left with honest local people who'll be there for you when you need them the most. The Baccarado Group is one of those dealerships. and we've been helping our neighbors drive dependable vehicles and save money year after year. Hard-working folks helping hard-working folks. The Baccarado Group, your dealer for life on South Street in Freeport and at BaccaradoGroup.com.
Fawn Valley Estates, just east of Savannah, is just right for you. Large 1 to 3 acre building lots, condos built to suit, spec homes. Builders are welcome. We're just minutes from town. We have wooded and walkout lots, area's best value with lower taxes than in town. Hard surface roads, panoramic views, weekend retreat, or primary home. Fishing, recreation, and wildlife. Just east of Savannah on Highway 64, north on Scenic Bluff Road. Visit us online at fawnvalley.com.
Are you looking for great news coverage in Carroll County, Morrison, Hanover, and throughout Northwest Illinois? Then check out the Prairie Advocate newspaper. Delivered to your home every Wednesday. You may also get your free copy at newsstands throughout Northwest Illinois. Visit their website at www.dacc-news.com. Stay informed about what's going on. Call the Prairie Advocate today for news, advertising, or printing services. Call 815-493-2560.
Looking for a new internet provider? You deserve more. Look to Sand Prairie Wireless, a part of the Joe Carroll Energy Cooperative. Sand Prairie Wireless is your rural broadband cooperative. Sand Prairie Wireless goes beyond providing fast, reliable, and affordable internet to bring you solutions. Connections to help you grow and reach further, solutions to help with homework or work from home, and small business solutions to large business backup. Be empowered by Sand Prairie Wireless, powered by Joe Carroll Energy. Visit them online and learn more at connectsp.com.
For over a century, area residents have turned to the Savannah Times-Journal and Carroll County Mere Democrat for great coverage of news, sports, school activities, and area events. 52 weeks a year, the Savannah Times-Journal and Mere Democrat, along with Dispatch, keep you up to date on area happenings. Combined, they reach all residents of Carroll County, Hanover, Lake Carroll, and Sebula. For subscription information and or advertising options, call 815-273-2277 or 244-2411. Visit them online at www.savannahtimesjournal.com or www.meredemocrat.com. The Times-Journal and Mere Democrat, a winning combination covering Carroll County and beyond.
The best meals begin with a stop at Hartzell's Family Foods in Warren. The savings really add up when you shop at Hartzell's, where you'll find the choicest meats, farm fresh produce, and home-style baked goods. Enjoy something from the deli featuring rotisserie chicken. Need a cake for that special occasion? Hartzell's can help you out with beautiful cakes for birthdays, anniversaries, graduation, and more. For your convenience, Hartzell's also sells postage stamps. Hartzell's Family Foods in Warren, hometown proud since 1974, open 7 days a week. Your friends at the Elizabeth Garage invite you to swing by and let them serve you when it's time for that new vehicle. Picture yourself behind the wheel of a luxurious, well-appointed Buick. If you need something that'll keep up with the way you work, a tough GMC truck can handle anything you throw at it or in it. And talk about service, the service department at the Elizabeth Garage goes above and beyond when it comes to diagnosing and getting to the root of the problem. The vehicle you buy is only as good as the people who sell it to you and the service after the sale. The folks at the Elizabeth Garage are wonderful to deal with. Everyone says so. In business since 1925, they look forward to serving you for decades to come. Stop in today at the Elizabeth Garage at the Bend in the Road in downtown Elizabeth. Have you ever thought about how much you spend on your vehicle? When you crunch the numbers, the miles really add up. Take care of your ride, and it won't let you down when you need it most. That's why you should get with the crew at Palmer Automotive Specialties in Elizabeth. From a simple oil change to a complete engine overhaul, they've got your back at Palmer Automotive Specialties. They offer machine shop repair and tune-ups. And if that troublesome check engine light comes on, they'll scan it and fix the problem right away. Palmer Automotive Specialties. The name says it all. To make an appointment, call 815-858-9040. That's 815-858-9040. Palmer Automotive Specialties is located at 409 East Myrtle Street in Elizabeth, and the crew at Palmer best wishes and good luck to all of the River Ridge High School sports teams.
Sorting through financial questions and changes in our lives can be frustrating at times. The good news is you have a friend at the bank that can help guide you in finding solutions. We are here to help. Hi, this is Kathy Hamilton, President of the State Bank of Pearl City and Mount Carroll Banking Center. Stop in at either one of our convenient locations and take advantage of the best products and services with a hometown touch.
State Bank of Pearl City and Mount Carroll Banking Center, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
At Casey's General Stores, we embrace our history while looking forward to the future.
A future that includes the best of the past.
A future that includes the best of the new. A future that includes supporting our communities.
A future that includes being the very best place to work.
And of course, a future that still includes serving our famous pizza. Right now, try our new large pepperoni meatball combo pizza for only $13.99. Casey's, famous for pizza. Not valid with any other offer.
It's WCCI and WCCIRadio.com for the latest in news from around the world from NBC and CNBC Business News.
Welcome back here to the Brad Albright Sports Complex inside River Ridge High School. Glad you're along on this Friday night, and if you're watching on River Ridge Online, welcome as well. Tied at the half here, 29-29. Quite a game thus far, and should be a very exciting second half as Mac is with me. And your thoughts on what's ahead here? Both teams kind of streaky in that first half.
Yeah, that's right here. And I think if you go into halftime, you say, hey, you know what? We're going to see much of the same thing here. River Ridge is not going to let off the pressure. They're just going to be relentless. And if you're Pearl City, you're going to say, we're going to have to deal with this. River Ridge is probably, Coach Albright probably saying, hey, guys, keep up the pressure, but we don't want to foul. Just because we're putting on pressure doesn't mean we want to foul. If you're Pearl City, you say, keep kind of doing what we're doing here. We probably is not as deep as River Ridge, but that doesn't mean we can't compete. I really think the Kempels down low have kind of showed their might with their kind of, those guys got some pretty broad shoulders, and they can get rebounds with their broad shoulders.
So we start this third quarter basically where we started the game, tied up, this time at 29, and off the dribble that time, Ben Christ knocks one home. Christ with 10 points, and just like that, the Cats grab the lead, 31-29. And then Pearl City forced into a turnover. There's your key to the game. If that pressure can create some fits for the Wolves, that'll be beneficial to the Wildcats. If Pearl City can break that, it'll be beneficial to them.
Yeah, Pearl City probably needs to make the Wildcats pay and get some easy baskets at the other end. They might not be quite so aggressive.
Out top with it is Parr, River Ridge in the home whites, Pearl City in the road black. Our officials tonight are Ken Wilcoxon, Pat Berlin, and Ryan Craig. Walnut, Bradford, and Gelva, the destinations for these guys to return home here tonight. Parr with a nice crossover move, tries to dish it to Christ in the corner. Christ is able to pick it up, pursue, pull up, and hit the jumper. He's got 12, and Ben Christ has really stepped up here, 33-29. The Cats lead by 4. And a steal by Spear. Spear goes behind the back, rolls it over to Christ. Christ off a screen, puts up a 3. That rims out, no good. And the board to Jaden Kempel. Kempel able to fire it ahead to Brock Smargessi. His pass deflected out of bounds.
Well, I think if you're Pearl City here, you might want to start doing some pass fakes and shot fakes here, because that'll get River Ridge out of position, because they seem to be getting their hands on an awful lot of balls.
4-point lead here for the Cats. 6:40 left here in period 3. The two Shawns will be on the coaches show tomorrow, Sean Downey and Sean Albright. Nice. Forcing his way down the baseline that time is Jared Kempel. He lays it home to make it 33-31. Pearl City to within 2. 6:20 left here in the third period. Merkel, the top of the wheel, flips it over to Christ. Christ drives into the paint, stops at the foul line, needs some release help. Gives way to Kylie. Kylie gets in deep. Kick out to Merkel. Merkel to the foul line, over to Parr. Parr brings it out to Christ. Cats being patient, but the Wolves not really giving them much inside as Spear takes that pass. It was behind him. He's able to hang in there. Now it's loose. Kempel with it. Oh, beautiful play by Jaden Kempel. And then finally off his leg. Kind of a wild sequence, and I thought I thought Jaden Kemple was going to.
Boy, you got to take your hats off to the young man. Jaden Kemple there tried everything possible to out-hustle. Just couldn't get it done there and couldn't get the ball corralled.
I thought he was going to get a break there for Drake Musser. Parr inside, pull-up jumper, no good. Smart Jesse ahead. Brock Smart Jesse down the near side. Smart Jesse picks up the dribble. He needs release help. Gives it up to Peterson. Peterson brings it out to Jared Kemple. Back to Peterson as they work right-handed here. And a little seam driving in was Jared Kemple. He missed it. And then there's a foul as we had quite a pile up on that rebound and that loose ball. That'll be a push on Ben Christ. 5:17 for the third. Taden Patterson getting set to check back in for the Cats. Driving to the hoop is Jaden Kemple. He misses that one. Now Merkel the other way. Merkel with a nice crossover move. Oh, his shot is in and out, but he will step to the line.
Nice job by Merkel there, taking the bump and getting it up on the rim here, but just couldn't get it to fall. So he goes to the free throw line here for 2 free throws. Something we talked about in the first half, just to be the 3rd attempt for the Wildcats tonight. And he rims that off. So 1 for 3 tonight for the Wildcats.
Braden Smart Jesse returns for the Wolves. Lucas Peterson checks out for Pearl City. We have the 2 coaches here named Sean, but they both spell it differently. As Merkel misses both free throws. S-H-E-A-N for Sean Albright. S-E-A-N for Sean Downey. And there's another 3 for Smart Jesse. This is Braden's second triple. And just like that, the Wolves have grabbed the lead back at 34-33. 4:45 left in the third. Merkel off to Patterson. Now Kylie. Kylie gets in deep to Patterson. Fadeaway 3, no good. Rebound Brock Smart Jesse. And a foul at half court on the Wildcats. Well, as we mentioned, tomorrow night River Ridge will make that trip over to Stockton, just down the road here. We'll have that game on WCCI. That was originally scheduled for Tuesday and changed up because of the weather. Then we're back here on Monday. Bob Dittmar will be with us as River Ridge will host Eastland. There's a turnover by Kemple off to Spear. Now Patterson. Patterson in deep off the window, no. Back tap rebound out to Parr. Parr to Spear. Spots for 3. That one rolls off the rim, no good. Patterson was there, but lost the handle. Braden Smart Jesse the opposite way down the near side. Smart Jesse had it knocked away. Kylie with it. Kylie, no look pass to Parr. Parr with the layup. Nick Parr off the feed from Cam Kylie.
Just great hustle by Parr there, getting out there in the open court and finding the space, and his teammate found him and rewarded him.
And the Wildcats lead 35-34. Kemple to Kemple. Jared from Jaden. Out top Smart Jesse. Now to the other Smart Jesse. And that is a long 3 knocked home by Brock Smart Jesse. And the Wolves recapture the lead by 2, 37-35. 15-footer missed on the fadeaway by Andrew Merkel. Now Jaden Kemple drives, and actually Jared Kemple drives and scores. And just like that, in this game of streaks, Mark, it's a 4-point lead for the Wolves. 3:05 left in the third. Here's Patterson. He opens up for 3. He knocks it home off the feed by Nick Parr. Taden Patterson with 6. What a game, 39-38. So that lead trimmed to 1. Smart Jesse the other way with 2:50 left here in the third. Shot fake by Brock Smart Jesse. Tries the long 2, couldn't get it to go. Musser keeps it alive. Inside to Jaden Kemple. Outside, Smart Jesse again, no good, but cleaning it up is Jared Kemple. He's got 6. And Pearl City leads by 3. Kylie spins the other way. Kylie out to Parr. Parr with contact, floats up the shot and scores. He's got 6, and we have a timeout. Full timeout coming. 2:16 left here in the third period. 41-40. It is Pearl City leading River Ridge. We'll be back on the other side of this 1-minute timeout.
Hi, this is Milo from Milo and Beaver. Wiper blades, tires, mufflers, batteries. You're used to these things wearing on your vehicle over time. But did you know that your shocks wear over time too? So make sure you have your worn shocks inspected at 50,000 miles. Worn shocks not only affect ride comfort, they may affect your car's ability to stop. That's why it's important to not only inspect your shocks at 50,000 miles, but to regularly inspect all the components on your vehicle's stopping and steering systems. Actual mileage may vary depending on driver ability, vehicle type, the type of driving conditions. Visit Milo and Beavers at 611 Main Street, Savannah, Illinois. 815-273-3000.
Weather and river reports at your fingertips at WCCI 100.3 FM and WCCIRadio.com.
Back here at River Ridge High School inside the Bradley Albright Sports Complex. 41-40, Pearl City by 1. 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. And a steal, a breakout. Here comes James Sullivan driving, and it's a contested shot, but Sullivan scores. Kaburski was there late, but couldn't quite block that shot. 42-41, a 1-point lead here for the Wildcats, who retake the lead. Kaburski in the backcourt, gives it to Peterson, and Peterson is gonna not clear the timeline after that count got up to about 8. It was a battle of beat the clock there.
I think that's the first one that River Ridge has forced, that 10-second violation. So it's definitely something you need to be aware of, that mental clock there. When it's getting 8 or 9, you need to get moving or you get that violation.
42-41 in favor of the Cats. 1:30 left here in the third. With it is Spear. Spear to Patterson. Caden Patterson over to Sullivan. Sullivan drives. His shot blocked nicely by Jaden Kemple. Now Smargessi out ahead of things, and he is fouled as Brock Smargessi was trying to work that break for the Wolves. This is WCCI Savannah 100.3 FM and River Ridge Online tonight. Colin Kaburski with it. Gives it up to Smargessi. Posting up inside is Kemple. Shot missed in there by Jaden Kemple. Drew Kloss takes it the other way for the Cats. Into Taden Patterson. Kick out to Parr. Open 3 left corner. Rims out, no good. Rebound to Sullivan. Shot rejected by Peterson. Here's Kemple the other way. And a nice move to the hoop by Jaden Kemple.
Great adjustment in the air there. I thought the defender had him stopped, but he kind of reached around there and used the backboard.
Lob for Spear from Kloss, and Spear got hung up in traffic. That goes over his head out of bounds. Jared Kemple returns for the Wolves. Kylie and Christ back in. Coach Albright looks at his bench and says, Merkel, you join him. So Spear, Kloss, and Parr check out. 37.3 seconds left in the third period. Inbounds comes in the backcourt to Jared Kemple. Over to Lucas Peterson. Peterson flips it ahead to Brock Smargessi. Deflected pass as River Ridge knocks it out of bounds. 27.9 seconds left here in the third. 43-42 in favor of the Wolves, and they have possession. Jared Kemple gives way to Colin Kuberski. Now down to the baseline to Braden Smargessi. He is tied up. On the arrow, it remains with Pearl City. Jacob Spear back in. He will spell James Sullivan. Sullivan has been a spark plug off the bench tonight for the Cats. Smargessi into Kaburski. He'll fire up a 3. No good. 12 seconds for the period. And a nice job by Jaden Kemple to track down that weak side rebound. but it'll belong to River Ridge here with 10.5 seconds left in the third. 43-42, Pearl City in front. Inbounds to Kylie, who brings it up into the forecourt. Kylie to Patterson with 6 seconds. Patterson leans in, a little too strong. Spear had it, taken away by Smart Jesse. Puts up a half-court heave. Brock Smart Jesse went down hard as he released that shot. And that's the end of the third quarter. So after 3 quarters, it is 43-42 as the Pearl City Wolves have a 1-point lead over the River Ridge Wildcats. We're back in 1 minute on your area sports leader.
This is Ron at Full Throttle Power Sports. Find out why Polaris dominates the side-by-side utility vehicle market. They have a huge product line with pure sport and utility models for 2, 3, 4, and 6 passengers. Find out why Full Throttle Power Sports is the #1 Polaris dealer in all of Northern Illinois. We offer an unmatched combination of high-volume pricing with small-town customer service. Full Throttle Power Sports, routes 20 and 73, Lena.
Fires can start without warning and destroy your home in minutes. The Law Insurance Agency and Farm Mutual Insurance urge you to take time to look for and eliminate fire hazards. Install working smoke detectors on each level of your home. Be sure your entire family knows 2 ways out of every room. And be sure to have ample homeowners insurance to secure your financial future. Call the Law Insurance Agency in Fulton for details and a free quote. 815-589-2200.
Whether you're at work or play, let Brian Roosh make your day. Afternoons on WCCI and WCCIRadio.com.
We are back inside the Brad Albright Sports Complex. Quite a game here as we head into the fourth quarter. 43-42, Pearl City by 1. Ben Christ to the hole, and he was fouled that time. Christ has been creative here tonight for the Cats with 12 points leading the way.
Yeah, it definitely hasn't lacked any intensity here tonight, Brian. Here, both teams really getting after it here. You know, it really makes for good competition, but sometimes you don't want to let the emotions get the best of you here.
Free throw missed by Christ.
Chris finds the bottom on that one, so Wildcats kind of had their struggles at the line here, but he finds the bottom on that one. Peterson having trouble getting it in, and he's going to be called for a 5-second here. And I think that's kind of what the cumulative effect of the pressure that you see from River Ridge is. You know, it doesn't happen all at once, but you got a 10-second. Now you picked up a 5-second. Those are just extra possessions here that you pick up in a game. So all knotted up here at 43 all.
Klaus back in for the Cats. The Cats with possession. Patterson gets in deep. Last line of defense is Musser, who can't block that shot. And there's a nice job by the Cats as Klaus puts it up and in. And then they force the turnover.
Well, you know, those turnovers kind of come in bunches just like the points do. And they pick up a 5-second here, and now they pick up a turnover in the backcourt on a travel. So River Ridge, you know, obviously would like to capitalize on those.
45-43, the Cats with the lead. Pull up from 15. A little strong there by Kylie. Poked free by Klaus, picked up by Kylie, and then Jaden Kemple was trying to apply the brakes, and he gets fouled. Or commits the foul, I should say.
Looks like there's going to be a bench warning against Pearl City here, and the official talking to Coach Downey there, and making sure that things are in check here, but there's been a bench warning against Pearl City, so River Ridge with the ball here.
There's Parr, brings it out top to Chris. 2-point lead for the Cats here, 45-43. Colton Ostrom will be on hand tomorrow night over at Stockton as the Wildcats take on the Stockton Blackhawks. And a turnover by River Ridge to Pearl City. 7:05 left here in regulation. 45-43, River Ridge in front. Here's Jaden Kemple getting in deep. He attacks the basket, and he is fouled.
Well, Pearl City has not gotten to the line yet this second half, so first free throws here for the Wolves. Jaden Kemple goes to the line here. Nice ball game he's put together. 13 points here, looking to add to it. First one up, and it rims off. Merkel checks back into the game for the Wildcats. Kloss goes to the bench. Kemple eyes the second free throw, and that one also rims off. So the Wildcats here on the attack here find Parr here on the wing. Parr attacks the middle of the lane there, gives it up. Chris finds Parr again. Parr, probably one of the smallest guys on the floor, finds a 6-foot jumper, and it's short. Kemple here on the breakout, and looks like he goes to the hoop, and he's going to draw the foul. So Jaden Kemple there goes back to the line there. He just came out off that line and missed two. A little shaken up here, but looks like he's going to shake it off here and go to the line here.
I kind of wonder what Coach Downey said if he didn't say, hey, let's try to get to the rim, because if we don't score, we're likely going to head to the line.
That's right. And Kemple here, perfect on that one. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Kemple 1 of 3 here with one more to go. Kemple finds the bottom on that one, so Kemple with 15 points here leads all scores here in tonight's ball game.
We're tied at 45, 6:28 left here in the contest. Out front with it, Christ hands it off to Merkel. Merkel lobs it inside for Spear, who lost his defender but got too far under the hoop, and then he's called for traveling. So that lob took him a little bit away from where he wanted to be, or that might have been a layup. As it stands, it's a turnover by the Cats.
Both teams kind of sloppy here in this fourth quarter here early on. And what a nice play.
Hesitation move there by Musser. Drake Musser put on the brakes, got his defender off his feet. Andrew Merkel. Merkel commits the foul, and Musser had the presence of mind to put up that shot. He was fouled in the act, gets it to go, and he'll have the end one.
Well, Merkel's third foul here. With that, Coach Albrecht brings him out of the game, brings Klaus back in. Musser goes to the line, and he finds the bottom of the net. So now all of a sudden we've kind of had a flourish of free throws here in this fourth quarter. 48-45 here. Pearl City with a 3-point lead.
With it right side now is Patterson. Patterson brings it out top to Parr. 2 minutes have gone by here, fourth quarter. Now Kylie. Kylie with a shot fake. Kylie gets cut off. Gives it up to Christ. Ben Christ into Spear. Spear double team down low. Spear tries to maneuver. Misses the shot. Christ with the follow. No. Christ in traffic again. No. This time the board to Jared Kemple. Pearl City with the ball up 3, 48-45 with 5:35 left here in the contest. Jaden Kemple inside, pushes it out to Broxmar Jesse. Now to Peterson, open 3, that one falls. Lucas Peterson with 6 points. And River Ridge will take a timeout. 5:23 left here in the game. 51-45, Pearl City leads River Ridge. We're back in a minute on your area sports leader.
This is Adam Tollers, Fairway Ford in Lincoln, wanting to thank all of our local school participants and everything they do to help our young athletes have a great high school athletic career. I also want to remind all of us parents sitting in the stands to encourage the kids, encourage the referees and umpires, and to show our kids good sportsmanship. Thank you to all of our local communities.
At Sloan Implement, when you believe in your John Deere equipment, you stand behind it. That's why you get a 6-year powertrain warranty on any John Deere compact utility tractor. That's every compact tractor. All easy to operate and now easy to afford. Save more, get more, so you can do more. Sloan Implement, your hometown John Deere dealer since 1931. Call, click, or visit any of our 20 Wisconsin and Illinois locations.
WCCI 100.3 FM.
It's a community station.
Involved in your communities in Northwest Illinois, Eastern Iowa, and Southern Wisconsin.
We're back here at River Ridge High School, a 6-point lead for Pearl City. 51-45. Taden Patterson goes down the lane, and he was fouled. Peterson and Musser both there. We'll see who picks up the foul. It'll be Drake Musser. We have the coaches show tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. on your area sports leader. As that free throw falls for Taden Patterson. He's got 7. Mark, I was telling you, it might be a boring show tomorrow. We're not going to talk much basketball.
Well, the weather's just kind of played havoc on everybody's schedule here, and rightly so. We've kind of been blasted here with some cold weather as well as some snow. So it's been hard for teams to get games in.
Couple of big free throws there for Patterson. That draws River Ridge to within 4, 51-47, 5:10 left in regulation. Home run pass ahead for Kemple. Kemple to Kemple, and missing is Jared Kemple. He goes up in traffic. As he gets the offensive rebound, he's fouled. He'll go to the line. Jaden Kemple fed it over to Jared Kemple. I'm not sure how he missed that first time. Was able to get the offensive rebound and then a foul. And now down for the Wildcats is Jacob Spear.
It looks like he's up. He's up walking on his own power here, but he might have got bumped in the mouth here, kind of holding his mouth. So hopefully he's all right and can come back in tonight's game.
The trainer and Coach Sean Albright went out there to check on him. Taden Patterson replaces Jacob Spear. At the line for the end one, Jared Kemple. And he gets the shooter's touch as that one rattled and fell. 54-47, just like that. Pearl City boosts the lead up to 7. 5 minutes left here in this one. Kloss hands it off to Kylie. Kylie works it into the paint. Back to Kloss, right of the lane. Kloss gets caught underneath, and Musser forces it out of bounds, deflecting that pass. Pearl City came in at 6-0 in the conference. River Ridge 4-1. As Sullivan turns it over, Musser has it. Sullivan tried to work through traffic there, and somebody poked it free. Jared Kemple with it. Kemple is fouled.
Looks like there's going to be a timeout here. Looks like Coach Sean Downey signaled for a timeout there before the play continued. So
we'll keep it right here. 4:35 left here in the game. 54-47 Pearl City. A lot of time left in this one, but if you're Pearl City, you're looking to land the knockout punch. If you're River Ridge, you want to go on one of your streaks, because it seems like each time one team is pulled away a little bit, the other team has answered tonight.
yeah, you're exactly right here. I think if you're Pearl City here, you're really feeling good about things here. But as you said, the knockout punch would be huge here. If you could put on 6 points here real quick, and if you're River Ridge, if you could go on a 6-0 run, it would. That's how tonight's ball game's been. It's just who can put that 6-0 run together and string it together at the end.
Yeah, it's really been a back and forth game, but not 2 points in a possession at a time, 6 points at a time, even though we were separated by a point at the end of the first quarter and tied up the half. And it was a 1-point game at the end of the third quarter. Peterson misses from the right corner. Parr has it ahead, flips it off to Patterson. Patterson spotting for 3, but in the process, he is called for steps. Tell you what, the crowd really getting into this one. I think the combination of an exciting game and the cabin fever after being stuck inside for a few days. And the Wolves turn it over. It's a 3-on-2 into Christ. His shot deflected out of bounds. Peterson and Jared Kemple with good defense there. So oftentimes, Mark, you see a foul committed in that situation, but the Wolves refrain from doing so. Inbounds to Kylie. Kylie strong to the hoop, laid it up, no good. Peterson saves it inbounds to Brock Smargessi. Smargessi is fouled. And the Wildcats over the single limit, as we'll see Jacob Spear make his reappearance. Also Andrew Merkel. A lot of time left in this one, but Pearl City starting to pull away a little bit. Up 54-47. Brock Smargessi will be at the line. One and one in effect here, and Smargessi earns the bonus. Unofficially with 10 now for Brock Smargessi. Another big free throw coming here, Mark. That one falls. Falls for Smargessi. He's got 11.
Well, I wouldn't say it's danger time, but it's getting real close here, Brian. With 4 minutes to go, down 9. River Ridge needs to start making it happen.
They get it inside to Spear. He couldn't quite finish. The ball came out of the cylinder. Kemple with it, Jared Kemple, and he is fouled. Well, Pearl City, of course, last year shared the conference title. They're looking this year to try to win it outright. As Drew Kloss is in, replacing Tayden Patterson. The 1-1 still in effect as that foul was on Spear.
Well, Jared Kemple has the opportunity here to go to double figures here with 9 points here. That free throw goes to 10, so that's 3 guys that Pearl City's put into double figures tonight. Real impressive balanced scoring here from the Wolves.
Jared Kemple with one more shot coming. It is a 10-point margin, 57-47. He missed the back end. 3:46 left, but Pearl City somehow comes away with the basketball. Musser with it. Now that clock, a huge ally of the Wolves. Musser's going to force it inside, stripped by Spear. Merkel has it. Merkel fires it ahead to Kloss. Kloss spins, fires up the shot, no, and the board down to Brock Smargessi and a foul. 3:24 left here in the game, 10-point margin. As we see Tayden Patterson and Cameron Kiley checking back in. That will be the 5th foul on Drew Kloss. Tell you what, this is one of those games that's been tight throughout, but Pearl City with some free throw shooting can really pull away here. Brock Smargessi with 2. He drops in the first. We have him with 12 points. Tomorrow we'll have Eastland and Pecatonica. That will get underway at about 6:30 on a slightly delayed basis. Smargessi misses the free throw. Jaden Kemple gets past everyone and lays it home, 60-47. And boy, the Wolves on a run out here, Mark.
Yeah, done a nice job of getting the ball and getting to the free throw line.
Spear inside is fouled as he tried to force up the shot. And a foul on the Wolves. 3:09 left here in this contest. So a very busy sports Saturday tomorrow with the coaches show at 8:30 and a pair of games tomorrow afternoon and evening. The Spear just kind of rushed that free throw and missed it. It's always a big win to win on the opposition's home floor, and Pearl City closing in on what would be a huge victory. 60-48. Jaden Kemple with it ahead. Kicks it over to Brock Smargessi. Lucas Peterson with it. 3 minutes left for the contest. High post with it, Jaden Kemple. Kemple tried to work it inside. It's tipped out of bounds by Jacob Spear. Check that, Cam Kiley tipped it out of bounds. We see James Sullivan back in for the Wildcats, replacing Tayden Patterson. Well, with that three-point shot, there's a lot of time left.
Yeah, you're right. You just got to start executing and hitting some of those. But I say Coach here, Coach Sean Albright there has gone to a lot of guards here, trying to create turnovers as well as some scoring opportunities.
They get one, and Chris missed that point-blank shot inside. It was contested, and that looked like an easy 2, but good defense there by the Wildcats. Lucas Peterson made sure it was not an easy 2. So 2:45 left in regulation, 60-48 in favor of Pearl City. And at the line, Lucas Peterson. He only has 7 points. That's his first free throw, but that's a big one to make it 61-48. 62-48 as he converts them both. Now Chris the other way had the pass sail off his fingertips out of bounds. Keep in mind it was 43-42 Pearl City to start this fourth quarter. And they have dominated here. 62-48, the Wolves in front, 2:42 left in this one. Timeout on the floor, we're back in 30 seconds on your area sports leader.
Your local Napa Auto Care Center is independently owned, operates by a written code of ethics, and provides service you can trust. Put your vehicle in the care of technicians in your neighborhood. They're backed by Napa, quality parts, national warranty. That's Napa know-how. Your Napa Auto Care Center might just be the treated me fairly, I love those guys place you've been looking for your vehicle. Stop by today.
Hi, this is Al Frederick, and I'm Bob Law. See us at Milo and Beavers for all your service needs.
Sales in a slump? Give them a bump. Contact the WCCI.com sales department today.
We're back here at River Ridge, 2:38 left in the game. Right now, Pearl City looking to kill some clock and fouled by the Wildcats. Double bonus in effect here as that will put Brock Smargessi at the line. Another player is fouled out. This time it's Ben Christ. He joins Drew Kloss on the bench for the Wildcats, disqualified tonight. Well, all those people in attendance tonight, we wish you safe travels home. It's kind of a nasty night out there as Brock Smargessi misses that free throw. Thank goodness we're in basketball season, Mark, and not outdoors for an event.
Yeah, it's just downright cold here. It's a cold winter night here in Northwest Illinois.
Brock Smargessi drops in 1 of 2. He splits those free throws, 63-48, 2:32 left here in the game. Patterson had it stripped away, and Musser has it off to Peterson. Peterson flings it ahead to Brock Smargessi just inside the timeline. Smargessi drives. He's going to play some keep away here, and the Cats are going to have to chase. Smargessi picks it up, and there he is fouled by Kiley. And you wonder how long this will be the philosophy here, because as these free throws go in, that mountain, that hill to climb gets a little bigger.
You're exactly right here, and this is one of those games you're going to look at the score in the morning and say, geez, what happened? But for 3.5 quarters here, it was anybody's game here. It's just Pearl City made some separation here, and River Ridge couldn't recover from it.
Yeah, and when you're listening tomorrow morning on the sports or on the coaches show, you'll be like, oh, that was kind of a lopsided game. No, it was actually the opposite. Smargessi hits 1 of 2, and it's 64-48. The Cats a little bit stuck here in the 40s. They've only scored 6 points in the first 6 minutes of this fourth quarter. Driving and scoring, switching hands that time was Taden Patterson. He's got 10. It's a 14-point game, 64-50. Smargessi to Peterson. Peterson bounce pass ahead to Brock Smargessi, and the Cats with a steal. Maybe that door is going to open up a little bit. Kiley to Patterson. 3 ball good. Taden Patterson with 13. 64-53. Brock Smargessi brings it ahead, drops it into Drake Musser. Musser gets the ball blocked. Jared Kemple picks it up, and he is fouled. And I think that's the philosophy of the Wolves. They're not worried about protecting the lead. Let's just add to it. You're seeing them attack the basket.
Yeah, they've done a nice job here in this second half of the fourth quarter here, just continuing to attack the basket, and that's how they've gotten to the line here often.
Jared Kemple with 11 unofficially. 65-53, a 12-point margin here. Another toss coming here for Jared Kemple. He sinks that one. He's got 12. 66-53, 1:26 left, and a steal by Musser. And a foul here on Patterson. And there is the signal from Coach Albright as he'll put in 5 fresh players. We'll see Kaversky come back in. Andy Wooster, Bennett Reese, Micah Knauer at that scores table as the free throw is missed by Peterson. Alex Nesbitt in. And Parker Reese. Cade Knopp checks in for Pearl City. With some injuries, Pearl City not especially deep. Peterson knocks in that free throw. 67-53. Sometimes that's not the worst thing in the world. As we see some of the area coaches departing now that were here scouting tonight. 105 left here, 67-53. So 105 left here. As Kaversky will have it. The Wolves with it out front, Musser. Andrus with it. Now Kaversky. Musser with 45 seconds. .35 seconds, and the Wolves just kind of nursing that clock. Long shot missed, and Nesbitt with the rebound. Alex Nesbitt gets it off to Andy Wooster. Wooster drives in and is fouled with 24 seconds left. Wooster at the line for 2. He hits the first. .7 seconds left in this one. Wooster misses a second, but gets his own rebound. Nice hustle there by Andy. He's going to feed it inside. Nice move to the hoop by Parker Reese, and he gets rewarded with a trip to the line. .6 seconds left. 67-54. Reese's free throw missed. One more free throw coming. Parker Reese works that one in. 67-55. Kaversky brings it up. 10 seconds left here in regulation. Clock moving towards triple zeros. And it's going to end here with Pearl City knocking off River Ridge, 67-55. The Wolves now 13-4, 7-0 in the conference. River Ridge falls to 16-4, 4-2 in the conference. Before we look at scoring, Mark, let's get your thoughts on this contest.
Well-played game here, both sides here. I just thought Pearl City found a gap there in that fourth quarter, got some separation there, got to the free throw line. I think that was really key. I think the Kempels, I'm really impressed with them tonight in their ability to kind of make space in the lane. Those kids have football shoulders there. Even though they're not tall in stature, they know how to create space offensively as well as rebounding. And they did a real nice job, I think, controlling the lane with their just kind of their presence there. And River Ridge just couldn't combat that tonight. So finely played game, and I'm sure both teams would tell you this is the type of game that makes you better. Down the road, this type of game, intense, both teams, every possession's very intense. That type of game makes you better down the stretch, and that's really, really important. Both teams will tell you this is much better than playing just a 25-point blowout, and our kids did a lot of loafing.
Unofficial game scoring tonight for River Ridge. Andy Wooster with 1. Parker Reese with 1. James Sullivan had 2. Drew Kloss had 2. It was Cameron Kiley with 5 points. Andrew Merkel added 4 points. Elsewhere, it was Ben Christ with 13. Nick Parr finished with 6. It was Jacob Spear with 8. As we mentioned, Patterson with 13. So some balanced scoring tonight. Balanced scoring for the Wildcats. For the Wolves tonight, Braden Smargessi with 6. Lucas Peterson with 9. Drake Musser with 9. Then in double figures, it was Jared Kemple with 12. Brock Smargessi with 14. And Jaden Kemple with 17. So not necessarily a lot of balance for the Wolves, but, some balance. They just didn't have a lot of players score, but boy, they just were able to do a little bit of everything.
Well, you get 3 guys into double figures and two other guys with 9 points, and that's showing some balance here. But it's Pearl City shot the ball well tonight too in stretches when they needed to, and I think that really helped. When you loosen things up against the River Ridge in that high intensity defense, you hit a couple threes here, things start to get a little shaky defensively. So a well-played game, and both teams here, top-notch teams in the area, Brian.
Yeah, that's right, and in the conference, and just one of those exciting nights to be here. And as you said earlier, a 12-point margin, but boy, for 3.5 quarters, it was a lot closer than that.
Yeah, that's the part that unless you were here tonight, you probably don't realize that through 3.5 quarters, you kind of felt on the edge of your seat. Could be anybody's game, and every possession really matters. But Pearl City found a way to kind of separate themselves a little bit, and River Ridge just couldn't recover. So it's a big win for the Wolves to come up here on a cold night, a Friday night, been off for a while, come in here to a visitor's gym and get a win.
So your final here tonight, 67-55. We want to say thanks to everyone here at River Ridge. Always a pleasure to come up here. Great treatment as always. It starts at the top with Brad Albright. Goes on down the line with Mike Foltz, Sean Albright, Ed Curry, Mike Dittmar, the entire staff here, everybody, even guys like Brett Fry sitting in the stands over there. We certainly appreciate all of our colleagues and friends here at River Ridge and their great hospitality as always. We want to say thanks to Andrew Stengel, our engineer, back at the WCCI studios. We say thanks to those sponsors making our broadcast possible. Country Financial, Milo and Beaver Service Center, the Law Insurance Agency, Fairway Ford Lincoln, Sloan Implement, Full Throttle Power Sports, Highland Community College, along with the Bacher Auto Group, Fawn Valley Estates, the Prairie Advocate newspaper, Sand Prairie Wireless, the Savannah Times Journal and Carroll County Mirror Democrat, and Hartzell's IGA, the Elizabeth Garage, Storybrook Country Club, Palmer Automotive Specialties, State Bank of Pearl City, Casey's General Stores, and Manny's Pizza. Mark, thanks to you for your help as well. Always fun to get together and watch a little hoops action, and we certainly appreciate your efforts tonight.
Well, it's always a blast to come out of the cold and come into a nice gym and call high school basketball. And it's winding down, Brian, unfortunately, but fortunately we get to the best is at the end.
That's right, and it's going to feel like the NBA coming up for a number of teams because they'll have back-to-back games, and they'll be playing 3 out of 4 nights some of those times with the backlog of games, especially if this next week is anywhere close to this past week as far as weather and cancellations are concerned.
Yeah, you're right. What they're predicting here this next week could be a challenge to get games in. So, as you said, conference games kind of become a must at some point that you have to get those games in, and kind of glad they got this one in tonight on a cold winter night, but fun game, Brian.
Your final tonight, 67-55, as Pearl City defeats River Ridge. For Mark Macomber, I'm Brian Roosh saying thanks to Andrew Stengel, our engineer, as we send it back to the WCCI studios.
An auto accident or breakdown can happen anywhere, anytime. That's why